Hello everybody, good morning. My name is Diana Popa. I am the co-founder and CEO of Extensio. Before telling you more about who we are and what we do, I would like to ask you to raise your hands. Look at them. And remember one thing you loved doing with these hands as a child. Okay? Thank you very much. You may now lower your hands. As a child, one of the things I most loved doing with my hands was maze puppets in the maize field of my great-grandparents. Here, in the north of Romania. And more specifically, here. In this house, past our summers, my grandmother, my mother, and I, without any of us thinking that living in this small maize and vegetable field could have been a decent life. So when naturally my great-grandparents were not there anymore, we had to sell the house and the field, and no new generation in our family will now know it. Years later, in 2016, traveling through Latin America, I learned that my story was not only my story, or the story of millions of Romanians of our generation. My story was also the story of millions of Americans. A countryside where those who stay are the elderly. A countryside without opportunities and without pride of being a farmer. And this is important because the countryside is not only our past, it is very much our future. In 2050, when our children will have our age, the world will need to produce 60% more food to feed our growing population, in a context where today, 3 in 4 people living in poverty in the world also live in rural areas. Access to information for decision-making is one of the causes. But today, mobile technology offers scalable, cost-effective and proven tools to open wide access to information in the world. In 2020, 73% of the world population will have access to mobile phones. Today in Mexico, this rate is above 75%. So this is why, in 2016, when I met my associates in Canovo, a social venture builder that were constructing Extensio in Mexico, I decided to come here and to take over the project with them. Extensio is a Mexican-based social business dedicated to improving the productivity, incomes, and standard of living of small and medium-holder farmers through access to critical information for decision-making. Weather forecasts, best agricultural practices, market information. We operate like a digital field agent. We work with agri-research centers and agri-businesses to make sure that critical information gets to the farmers and that the farmers' feedback about what they need and what works on the field can be heard. We do this through mobile innovation, allowing us to send the information to the farmer when he or she needs it to make a decision. In 2 years of operation, with the support of reputable clients and partners such as CIMIT, Environmental Defense Fund, AB InBev, or the USAID, we have served over 13,000 farmers in over 20 Mexican states. And now it can seem very simple now to say that we send text or WhatsApp messages on the phones. But imagine the work needed to make sure that a simple phone, like this one, like the one this barley farmer in Zacatecas has, that this phone can transform into more productivity, better prices, and a better living. Imagine the work we have to invest to make sure that in 160 characters, the farmers will receive an information he or she understands can apply, applies, and sees results of. For this, we have gathered a multidisciplinary team who focuses on designing, implementing, and evaluating farmer-centered projects. A team of agronomists, economists, communication specialists. As a team, we worked on making sure that our content is actionable. We invested in having a flexible tool that allows us to send this information through the most appropriate communication channel for the farmer. And we evaluate all our projects to feed back the results into the new ones. Thanks to our processes, we have reached in 2 years over 13,000 farmers in Mexico. 97% of the interviewed users want to continue receiving our information, and 76% of them share this information with 3 other persons. Our value proposition to small and medium-holder farmers who need critical information for decision making is that in support of the field interventions they may or may not have access to, our product gets to them directly in their phone with the personalized information they need in the right moment to make a decision. For our business clients, investigation centers, agribusinesses who need to communicate and collect information to and from farmers and technical engineers, our product in support to current field interventions is scalable, inclusive, and cost-effective. The market potential is huge in Mexico and as a further step in Latin America. Out of the 2.6 million small and medium-holder farmers in Mexico that have access to a mobile phone, we aim by 2021 to reach at least 120,000 farmers directly with our service. But we want more. We want to do more, and we know we can do more. And the market is also changing rapidly with more access to smartphones, for example. This is why in our strategic initiatives for this year, for 2018, we are considering opening a second business model, B2C, to work with the farmers directly through a dedicated application, which will allow us to scale quicker, reach millions of farmers in a way that will be inclusive and communitarian. And therefore, this year also, we are looking to raise $500,000 in equity in order to fuel this growth and to fuel this new business model. We are looking for smart money. We are looking for an investor that will bring on board its experience, its networks in our field, so that we can grow this model together. We are looking for this partnership to grow, to scale our impact, and to allow that their hands can keep on doing wonderful things. Many thanks.